Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave, and this is Alaskan Homesteading. Today we are headed out on another adventure. We are going to go do some moose scouting for this year's hunting season. We have an area picked out that we want to go check out. We're going to take the ATV out and our camper trailer and go camp for a few days and check out the area. Anyhow, let's hit the road. We have a saying in Alaska, and it's a saying for a really good reason. There are two seasons: construction and winter. About 2 hours later, we've made it to our campsite here in Eureka. We are in one of the gravel pits, it's kind of typical Alaskan camping, a lot of roadside gravel pits that are in public use now. And you just kind of find your spot. We found a spot with some with a fire ring and some firewood and a little trail that leads up over the hill off into the places we'll be likely exploring. So we're gonna just go ahead and get set up, get the camper leveled out, and make a hot beverage. It is cold out here for July the 30th at noon. It is just not a good warm summer right now. Anyway, we're gonna get set up. Okay, well, now that we've had lunch and it's raining a little bit, we're gonna get off and hit the trail and go see what we can see. Maybe we'll find some interesting spots to hunt. So right now we're debating whether to cross this mud puddle or not. We've walked out, 3-4 feet into it, and it gets pretty gooey out there. I'm not a real experienced ATV operator, so I don't always know what the capabilities of the machine are versus the conditions that I'm seeing in front of me. And so, we've equipped ourselves with a land anchor that you can kind of stick into the ground and hook onto a winch to pull yourself forward if you're in a really tight spot, or you get stuck in some muck. I don't know. I think this one, we're still pretty close to the main road and everything, and we'll just try and send it. And if we have to use the land anchor, we have to use the land anchor. A little learning. So I've clipped the winch line inside the cab up here on the ceiling, just so that I have it accessible if we did get stuck somewhere, so we're not, trying to poke around underneath the thing in the muddy water and mud, trying to dig out the clip. At least that way it's easy to get at. to a pretty high spot, a good viewpoint, and from here you can see, just make out that, you know, path, that muddy trail we came through, and up along the edge there is the Glen Highway. Good spot to glass from. I could imagine seeing moose down there in that little lake, or walking around there in that open area. They've got some timbers to duck into. And some blueberries are just about ripe. Let's taste that. Still a little tart, but good flavor. Not sweet yet though. Give them at least another couple weeks, I think. This is some open country back here. We made it to another nice high viewpoint, and really is a neat area out here in Eureka. Never been out this way before other than just driving down the Glen Highway, and you know, we haven't had the gumption to go out and try these trails until now, so it's kind of neat, new exploration. Always a little nerve-wracking when you just aren't too sure what you're doing, and you know, you don't have a ton of experience, but there's only one way to get experience, I guess. Well, we're at the top of our nice little viewpoint here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and turn around so we can get back to the camper by, you know, maybe 4 or so, and wrap it up, get warm, have dinner, and get rested for a longer day tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Well, we made it back to camp. It's pretty dismal out here. This weather is just not really very nice. It's just kind of cold and rainy and gray. We got pretty muddy. Machine did all right. There are a few hiccups here and there. It made some weird noises that give me concerns. I don't know if it's gonna give us trouble if we go out for a longer thing or what. But I guess we'll find out. We're gonna wrap it up for today. I'm gonna get back in the camper, warm up, get dry, and we'll start again tomorrow. Well, despite today's absolutely gorgeous weather, we have decided to not pursue any more scouting with the ATV today. Yesterday, I think I mentioned we had some weird things happen, and it felt like it kind of was popping out of gear on the trail. And you know, if something happens like that and you're under load and the gears end up, you know, kind of banging into each other the wrong way, you can end up, you know, shearing teeth off and immobilizing the vehicle, you know, wrecking the transmission and so on. So I've got to take this. We're going to take this home. We're going to spend the day out today still, though, doing some other stuff, but I've got to get this home, take it apart, and see if I can. This is the shift lever on the transmission, and then there's the shift cable, and so I've got to maybe fiddle with that, see if it needs adjusting, tightening, something like that. If there's some kind of slop in that system, which at the shifter it feels like there is, then that might be an issue. So that's my starting hypothesis, is that the shift mechanism is messed up somehow. Anyway, time to pack up and move on to another site. You might be able to see in the background here some fresh snow up on those mountains. I don't know if you can make that out back there, but it's yeah, it's July 31st and the tops of the mountains are already getting snow, so winter is coming. Well, we found a nice little pull-off down by the Matanuska River. Beautiful spot. Public land. Lots of fireweed to harvest. River view. Nice place where we can set up our chairs and sit and have lunch and relax and enjoy this beautiful day. Because it really turned into a nice day. It was supposed to be kind of lousy this week. This was supposed to be the best day, and here it seems to be. So a nice little confluence. I think this is either Hicks Creek or Pinochle Creek. I think this one is Hicks, and I think Pinochle Creek is over that way, and they both flow into the Matanuska. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. This has been a nice little trip. We're just going to kind of go and enjoy the rest of our time out. I want to say I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Thanks for joining us for this this little outing. Go ahead and hit that like button and let us all know if this is the kind of content you want to see. Subscribe if you want to see more of it and be notified when we have a new video. And we'll see you next time.